These fools, it really is a situation where they don't know where they're going. They land in one spot and said, "Oh, thank the gods, we caught a break." Oh, the hell you have? Giants come out of nowhere.
Right. Who are you?
Oh, we've been waiting for y'all to show up.
We've been bored.
It's like, really, man, we just got here. Y'all already got armor on and your swords out? All right, people, we're here to talk about one of the most anticipated movies, and for all of you out there, for us, probably one of the most anticipated reviews of the year. And that is, because it's always an event when one Christopher Nolan comes out and makes one of these motion pictures. He don't make movies.
No.
He don't make films. He makes motion pictures. Cinema.
He makes events, Martin.
He makes events, Martin. Now he's taken one of the oldest, and some people
the
say
oldest.
The oldest. He's gone to the straight to the source. The oldest and one of the most influential stories are poems of all time, Homer's The Odyssey. And for all y'all who don't know what that is, you haven't seen the movie yet, it is the ultimate epic adventure poem about King Odysseus, who's braving many dangerous obstacles, from monsters to the anger of the gods out there. Furious anger, as they say.
Odysseus.
Odysseus.
Yeah, you said Osidious. I was like,
Osidious.
I was like, what is it?
Mark, who the hell is that? Oh, shit. Who the hell?
Ooh, you cuss.
Shut up. Kiss my ass.
He comes again.
No.
Cha-ching.
Yeah. Where was I? No,
I'll get him, James.
Anyway. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is the epic adventure about King Odysseus. Osidious.
Yeah, when you said, I was like, who is he talking? What?
Oh, that's the Odyssey Part 2 coming up.
The Corey Coleman edition.
Yeah, the Corey. Anyway, my man Odysseus is braving many obstacles out there, as I said, from monsters to the anger of the gods, trying to get back home to Ithaca before all these dudes from all these other regions start tearing up his house, trying to get on his woman. Yeah. Oh, you single?
Come on, girl. You got to marry one of us.
Yeah,
right, yeah.
Hey, your man ain't coming back.
Yeah. You know this. Girl, quit playing. Come on now. You know you ain't had this in a long time. Let's go ahead and get to this review. But first, let's watch this trailer for The Odyssey. I figured out who Osidious is. All right. He's an old pimp I grew up with in Waco.
Osidious Jones.
Osidious Jones. Hey, girl. I'm Osidious Jones. Controversies. This movie was surrounded in them, drowning in them before a trailer even came out. Just the announcement of who was going to be in this movie. Who was directing this movie? I mean, everybody got all stirred up and worked up over this. And let's just go ahead and get that out the way first. Because, we want to talk about the film and we don't want to sit up here and feed all the negativity surrounding this unless it's just actual criticism of the film itself. Because listen, first of all, I get some controversy. People are going to complain about liberties taken with this story, because this is taught in colleges. It's one of the ultimate things you learn in literature classes. And I get that people are going to come in and they're going to worry about the authenticity of the story being told. And some people are already, they're coming in and they're upset about everybody talking with an American accent. Some of the dialogue, people saying things like mom, dad, of course, and this is what we've heard about the most, the diverse casting that's going on here. And like I said, man, it's classic literature. I get people complaining about that. I had to read this in college myself. I don't remember a whole lot, but I remember there were sections that I remember very well. Went back and researched it and said, yeah, they did change all that up. A lot of things were changed with the Cyclops part.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I'm not I'm not going in there looking for them to do an exact, I don't know, word for word interpretation of this.
The Odyssey is comprised of 24 books.
Yeah.
To do it word for word accurately, this movie would be 6 hours long.
Yeah. You would have to, this would have to be a streaming show. And Warner Brothers is like, we ain't spending that much money on a streaming show.
Mm-hmm.
But, so I get the complaining about the literature, but those complaining about casting or historical accuracy, I'm not going to sound very educated when I say this myself, but you're a goddamn idiot. you really are. Because think about this. If this was all white people talking with a British accent,
which is the way they used to do things for years and years.
No matter what kind of foreign country we were representing, as long as we had a bunch of white people talking with a British accent, it was authentic. And so if you had all these people in who were white talking with a British accent in a fictional Greek fantasy, I don't get it, man. That you sound stupid, okay?
Yeah.
You might as well go in and try to find historical accuracy with Disney's Hercules. It's just as dumb to do that with this.
Yeah.
This is an interpretation of a fantasy story, okay? Homer, when he wrote this, he didn't even know how accurate the regions that he was writing about. Because some of the regions are real. Troy is a real city. And, but there are certain areas he's just writing because he's writing an adventure fantasy.
Yeah, and most of it based on the spoken word of tales of the Battle of Troy and all these other places.
If you'll make it a breaking point with this movie, this movie's almost 3 hours, got 1 billion people in it.
Yeah.
And if your one thing is Elliot Page,
right?
That's something wrong with your life. I'm sorry. And here's another thing. Y'all need to be cool. Don't worry about this, because all the white men are still in charge.
Yeah.
Every other group in the movie works for them. I can make a statement about that. But unlike y'all, I'm going to be cool. I'm not going to let this consume me right here. I'm going to sit down and watch this movie and just judge the movie.
Yeah.
Which is what we're about to do now. Now, for the rest of you who got some sense out there, as we said, this is the ultimate journey story. All right? I mean, this, get some of the greatest adventure and journey stories ever told. Tolkien, Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, those things very much taken from the Odyssey.
Right.
It's because it's most of the movie is a large portion of the film is just a band of travelers trying to get to point A to point B while running the crazy creatures, crazy situations.
Misadventures and dangerous people.
Yeah.
It was one heck of a journey.
Yeah. It's, just running to one crazy situation to another. If it ain't giants and witches or cyclops, it's damn whirlpools.
And like, well, you boys can't catch a break.
Hey, they really can't, man. They just...
Okay, Odysseus, we'll follow you.
All right, you don't get to choose the next place. We're going to go here.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
These fools, it really is a situation where they don't know where they're going. They land in one spot and said, oh, thank the gods, we caught a break. Oh, the hell you have? Giants come out of nowhere.
Right. Who are you?
Oh, we've been waiting for y'all to show up.
We've been bored.
It's like, really, man, we just got here. Y'all already got armor on and your swords out? This movie is an elevated blockbuster. You have elevated horror.
Yeah.
More intelligent horror. So this is what this is, man. Really? When you pull back Christopher Nolan, the prestige on this, when you pull back the, being an auteur, it's a fantasy action film. It's a popcorn adventure, really. Homer wrote the first popcorn movie. He wrote the script out there for that. But the difference is it is done by a serious filmmaker who has superb filmmaking skills and loves the craft.
And a great respect for the source material.
And a great respect for the source material with this. You can call this epic, but it really just shows his respect and love, as you said, for the source material and for the art of filmmaking itself. And I ain't trying to sit up here and sound like some film snob or something. You can tell the difference between some old fast food snack blockbuster studio put out or a director who just wants to go boom.
Yeah.
You know, this right here is somebody who says, I'm going to, you know, that's what he does. The man makes elevated blockbusters. Who the hell would have thought that Oppenheimer would have made a money-making summertime blockbuster?
Right.
A historical biopic about the guy who made the first nuclear bomb. And that's the only explosion you get in the movie. That bomb blowing up.
You waiting on movie for that.
Yeah, man. And, you know, it just happens to have a huge cast also with, you know, people who have mostly given great performances, man.
Yeah, a lot of great actors who've also played superheroes.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
In the movie, when you go into it, because it's fragmented in a weird way, but really you can break it down to two parts. You have the part with the suitors who are hanging out in Odysseus' palace in Ithaca, waiting to pounce on his wife Penelope, like a bunch of hard dick vultures.
Eating his food.
And really tearing up his house.
Yeah, for 2 years.
Yeah, and then Odysseus trying to get back home after defeating Troy, which is where, again, you get into the epic journey part of this. Each part, I mentioned this because each part has a different approach to how characters are presented. You know, Odysseus in the Ithaca stuff, minus Odysseus after he leaves, it really just leaves his wife Penelope, who's played by Anne Hathaway, and his son, who's played by Tom Holland. And that part is more focused on character. It's focused more on drama. You know, you have Penelope, who's passionately missing Odysseus. And then you have his son, who is in constant fear and constantly stressed out about these fools in his house.
Won't leave.
Getting horny, always hungry, and getting mad at him for being around cock blocking. And at some point, they're going to kill him.
Right. Yeah, because their mission is one of us is going to marry her, become king, and him being the next heir, he's got to go. Yeah, it's like the new lion has to eat the cubs.
He's in the way.
Yeah, no, and Tom Holland is, again, putting on his American accent for this, and he's great. Yeah, you're right. Everybody's out to kill the cub right here before he takes the throne. And I think the big highlight of that part, as I said, you have the characters who are being, they're getting some good drama, especially from Anne Hathaway, and how much she just passionately just loves and misses Odysseus. But man, the villains are the highlight. Like Robert Pattinson as Antinous. He's Weasley. He's slimy.
He's so goddamn Weasley.
He is so bad.
I honestly seen him in this. I was like, I just cannot see him as Batman.
Yeah, it's hard to see that.
He's old Weasley brat. He talks a lot of shit and then let everybody kind of does the fighting for him. Which, man, if you really want to see who the real villain in that part is, surprisingly, it's Corey Hawkins.
I know.
Yeah.
Corey Hawkins is the one you hate. That man is just a bully. Just cruel. He does everything from picking on Tom Holland's character to kicking dogs who are already down.
Right, for no reason.
Yeah.
Dog just sitting there.
Picks on old people, blind people, the handicapped. He don't care. You hate this dude.
Yeah.
You like, ooh, I can't wait till Odysseus comes back and whoop your black ass. And he's like, I wish he would. All right.
You'll see.
Yeah, man. And also in that part, and I think a lot of people were like me, man. I think a lot of people laughed when they saw John Leguizamo as Ammius.
Oh, he ended up being my favorite character.
No, that he did too. So I think that's how you say his name, Ammius. He's a blind pig herder. And y'all ain't not everybody's gonna like him because of what he does to puppies.
That's right.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's right. People still sensitive about that.
Yeah, there's gonna be some John Wicks in the audience. We're gonna be coming after him. But so a lot of people hate him, but man, because again, even as much as I'm defending the movie against all the people who are criticizing it for using an American accent, even I laughed when he came in and talked like John Leguizamo.
Mm-hmm.
But after a while, man, he became the heart and soul of the film.
Yeah.
And he's, I mean, Christopher Nolan knows what he's doing when he's picking people.
Exactly. I thought, what inspired casting to get him and give him a chance to act in a role that you would never think of him for, and to kill it.
Yeah, and he really did, man. John Leguizamo is great in that role, and I guarantee you, now you're not because we said it, but if you go in there with somebody who hasn't seen the movie, he's gonna open his mouth and they're gonna laugh because y'all expecting him to start, I like to, doing the pest and all that. Y'all gonna expect him to be funny because he's got that voice. And he's in this epic historic fantasy film, and but after a while, once you see how his character plays a role in this film, how he relates to other people, again, how he becomes the soul of this story, he's wonderful, man. And then you get to, once you leave that part and you start getting to Odysseus' journey, that part becomes the more fantasy action oriented part. Yeah. This is the Hobbit of the movie. And I'm using that frame right there because I love that version of the Hobbit. The Rankin Bass cartoon.
No, that's the version.
That is, for me, that is the version right there, man. But you wouldn't have it if you didn't have the Odyssey. And this is the adventure story where Odysseus and his crew, they're the ones that at that point are making all the narrow escapes, and they're encountering creatures like the Cyclops and giants and witches and
sea
monsters. Yeah. But also, and I wonder what you think about this, Martin. This is also, to go back to another Christopher Nolan movie, this is also like kind of the Dunkirk.
Yeah. I saw that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got that connection.
Because the pace is faster. If you ever saw Dunkirk is such a fast-paced, I guess somewhat, I say action film, but it's a historic action film, but it's all based on the action of that moment. And it moves so fast that and you have to just kind of stick with it. There's not a lot of explanation for things, and you don't get a lot of character with it. And listen, it's gonna sound like I'm complaining, but I'm not, because I think during that part with Odysseus and his crew, the crew, like we said, they're just wandering from place to place in their strange places. And that really makes sense for this movie, that you don't get an explanation because these guys don't even know where they're going.
They don't know.
Yeah. Every time they go someplace, what the?
This is where we at.
Exactly. They and that works for that part, man. But it's not very character oriented. This is just me. I'm curious to see what you think about this, because no supporting character. Odysseus, who's played by Matt Damon, he stood out because the camera's on him most of the time.
Right.
But his crew, they're mostly faces. Then personalities are names. And I'm not saying that's bad. Yeah. But I would say this, if I had one thing that I wish, and it's not even a complaint, but if I had my way, I wish that there was one or two or three guys that he bonded with. They stood out, and you really felt for those guys.
Well, I remember the character's name, but Hamish Patel seemed to be like his best friend.
Yeah.
And he stood out because he was the one who talked to him the most.
He talked to him the most. Yeah.
And the thing is that crew, like within that crew, are recognizable actors. They you might not know. I know this guy. But it's like, I've seen him and stuff. I've seen him and stuff, and none of them are safe. Because I'm thinking like, okay, well, these are some recognizable faces. They'll probably last to the end. And like Island number 2, a lot of them are getting taken out. I was like,
no, most of those dudes are there to die. And that's actually mentioned in the story in a way. It works into the story. But yeah, most of them are there to die. Most of them are there to run. Most of them are there to take orders. Like I said, I didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
They're just mostly, you recognize them like, that's, like you say, guy number 2 or soldier number 15.
Oh, yeah, he was in Limitless. I remember. That guy plays Russians all the time. Okay.
I thought they focused on like 2 of his crew members.
That's what they did.
But that was it.
There was 2 people that they focused on, and then there was people like, that guy's still alive.
Yeah.
He made it.
Not anymore.
So there was one guy who I recognized from something. And I was like, it's too bad he took him out. And I was like, wait, he's still there.
Yeah. Because a lot of it is chaos.
Yeah.
I wish there was a little more character with the crew, but it's a lot of them. I get it. And it didn't bother me because you are swept up in the adventure with them. I mean, again, a lot of these guys they're just trying to get home, and this is a confusing and very, very dangerous journey for them. And and they're just being swept from one place to the next.
Yeah, they are. And there's a point of like, I think we're cursed, or we pissed off the gods.
Yeah.
What do we do about that?
And if you read the Odyssey, that is a thing. They did piss off the gods.
Oh yeah. So absolutely.
But the thing is you look at it, and I'm 100%, and I am sure that they did piss off the gods. You would probably look at it as interpretation. Like, did they really piss off the gods, or are they just being superstitious? But I'll tell you why you would think that in a little bit. Because first of all, the movie does a lot of time and location jumps and a lot of flashbacks. And it's a little disorienting at first. I quickly adjusted. I didn't find it too distracting, because one of the biggest flashbacks is one of the biggest highlights in the movie, the Trojan horse.
Oh yeah. And it's a thing that he does, taking this big fantasy story and putting it on a somewhat realistic scale, to the point that he really scaled back the gods. The gods in the story, they play a huge role where they show up and do things, and he pulled way back on that. Like, no, let's keep this as close to realistic as possible.
Yeah, I know he wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
but he wouldn't show him.
Yeah, it wouldn't show him, and they don't have a conversation with the Cyclops like they do. In the book.
That's one of the things that, like, they go to an island. If you read the book, the poem, they go to an island full of Cyclops. I remember this distinctly, and the Cyclops talks to them, and and there's a whole thing where he does Odysseus does something like with the Cyclops, like Bilbo does with Gollum,
exactly, with the riddle kind of thing.
Yeah, and
none of that near.
None of
feel bad for that Cyclops.
None of that is in the movie at all.
Yeah, he kept the mysticism, mythology stuff, at a low, he didn't use it a whole lot.
But the thing with the Trojan horse, man, so that thing is incredible, man, because I love the story detail that's going on in here. There's the attention to detail for even the moments that you don't even see that much in or read that much or hear about in the story. I don't think. Like, it's been a long time, but we hear about the Trojan horse. You hear like they came out. They brought the Trojan horse into Troy, and nobody thinks about how long those dudes were sitting in that Trojan horse for days, musty, shitting in the water, drowning, dying.
Drowning.
And it's the realism that Christopher Nolan has brought to this. See, a lot of these scenes with these creatures and these fantasy locations, they are done so well because the emphasis on actual filmmaking with them. It makes the fantasy feel real. It makes the fantasy stuff feel grounded. Think about, and this seems to be Christopher Nolan's thing. Think about, if you want to compare it to something, think about what Christopher Nolan did with Batman.
Right.
Where he made he made a more realistic Batman.
Right. Yeah.
He took the Odyssey and made it a more realistic story.
Sure.
He made it more grounded. Or think about what Sam Mendes did with James Bond. Except that, of course, that this movie is more fantastical. This world, even though you see supernatural things, you see mythological creatures, it feels real. Yeah. The world he made here feels very real.
And starting with the Trojan horse and even with the wars, he filmed it in such a way where you are there. It's like you're part of that crew.
Yeah, the way he shot it, he made sure it was very claustrophobic inside of the Trojan horse. And you're talking about a movie that's epic in scale and scope, but he knew how to make it tight and claustrophobic for these scenes right here. Again, that's the attention to just the detail to make it feel more real is incredible, man. The use of music in here, boy. By the end of this movie, they have a climax that is so intense, and about, I would say, 80% of it has to do with the score that they have. If you want to know how it is, and I hate to keep going back to Batman, people are like, no, you don't.
You love that Batman.
I love me some Batman.
Hey, it is a great movie.
Yeah, it is. But no, think about the heist scene.
In
And Batman, where they had that You know, at the beginning of the Dark Knight,
right? Yeah,
where they had that score. That score is almost identical to what they did at that climax in this movie in
Ithaca.
In Ithaca,
okay.
at the climax for this movie right here, and it's a slow build at first, man. It's they start out real calm, real easy, and it's a long, slow build.
Mm-hmm.
And by the end of it, it's a big payoff for it. It's incredible what they do, man.
I feel like the movie has a lot of tension going in it. Matter of fact,
it does. Yeah.
You have the Odysseus and his crew trying to get home, but everything back at Ithaca with the suitors and everything. It just it was a tense environment the whole time.
Yeah.
And the way they kept looking like they were going to take out Tom Holland, it was just like you just felt on edge for all of them.
Yeah, no, you do, man. Yeah. And the creature stuff is fun, man. Like I told you, this thing is, it really is a blockbuster kind of, like I said, fantasy action film. In some parts, kind of a creature feature. I actually love some of the stuff that they did, because the craziest thing, you look at things like the Cyclops here and some of the creatures they have here, man, the craziest one was not even the monsters. It was something involving pigs.
Oh yeah.
And that's all I say.
Yeah.
That was nightmarish.
Yeah.
Those pigs ain't got nothing on this right here. That was weird.
Yeah, visually,
yeah. It was body horror. It was really, when they say nightmare fuel, that's what that scene is.
You got me thinking about it.
Did it remind you of Pinocchio?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, and man, it's terrifying what they do. I will say, and this is just a personal thing. It's not right or wrong. It's just for me. I didn't love the design of the Cyclops.
Really?
Oh, you didn't?
No,
I liked it quite a bit.
Oh no, I know people did. I'm just saying for me,
Okay.
I don't know.
That old fat motherfucker.
That's just that he looked deformed.
Yeah. I kind of like the Cyclops, the dude with the beard and all that. And the loincloth, got that club, that caveman Fred Flintstone.
Chris wouldn't finna do that.
I know he wouldn't do that. No, I just, because for the poem itself, the original poem, that's the section I remember the most.
Yeah.
And like I said, I was probably expecting something more expressive, because the Cyclops here is played almost more like an H.P. Lovecraft type thing. He's a creature, a being that you can't understand.
Yeah.
You can't communicate with, but he's not. It's not that he's not intelligent.
You know who plays him?
Who? You know what? Mr. Noodle. I got you. Yeah. Bill Irwin.
Yeah.
Mr. Noodle, who was hanging out with Elmo.
Yeah.
Now look at that. If he had one eye, you could tell that was.
Yeah. If you just turn part of his face sideways,
he smushed his nose. I'm not complaining about that, man. I thought the way they handled it was pretty good.
You know what? I get what you're saying, because I missed that being there also. But this is consistent with the aesthetic he was going for.
Yeah.
So, it's something different. And it was terrifying.
Yeah, that's one thing I gotta get praised for. Like, he created a horror section out of that.
Yeah. It's the way that he's designed fits the mood. Again, just the surreal, just frightening mood of what these guys are encountering. And and again, a lot of these situations are supposed to be nightmarish.
Yeah,
you don't get them on nightmares and that twisted up nose. And man, he can't even have the eyeball just going. He had to twist that around. Yeah, it's it's almost alien in a way.
But it's funny, they walked in there like, oh man, this sheep, we gonna own this place.
They sure did.
Yeah. When he come back, we good.
Man, they had their feet on his couch and everything.
Yeah. He came in here like,
he wasn't even worried about it. Like, y'all up there. Y'all ain't going nowhere.
He put that rock down.
Yeah.
We stuck in here together.
If I did have some criticism with this, I think that there's almost too much going on. The cast is so big here.
Travis Scott.
The cast is crazy, man. And the cast is so big, And they only have a certain amount of time, so you can feel where they cut people's stuff. It feels like chunks of things are missing because think about it, man. Giovanna Depo, who was just in. Oh, he was just in Welcome to Derry.
Yeah, Welcome to Derry. Yeah.
So he's featured in the trailer, and you're like, damn, I can't wait to see him. That one shot is his.
Oh.
I didn't even remember him in the movie.
He was part of the crew. He looked like he was going to stick around. And it was like, hey, bro, you ain't special.
No, you kind of expensive.
It was just like, but you just know that this dude was not there for just one shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know that you get the feeling that they had so much to work with and just so many people that chunks of people's scenes had to go.
Yeah.
And when you see that, for me, it just kind of stood out because I was like, oh, there he is. And there he goes. And he didn't come. He had that one shot. He did this, and that was it. And I was like, "Dang, you might as well just cut that brother out." For those who that leads to me talking about people like Lupita Nyong'o. For those people who complain about her, she's not even in the movie that much.
Yeah, she barely in the film.
And a lot of people complain about Travis Scott. A rapper, a black rapper.
He was good.
In a Greek, one of the greatest Greek stories ever told. He was good, and he was only in there for a couple of scenes.
But he does open the movie.
No, he does.
Yeah, he says one thing.
No, he's good. He's actually good, but he's not in the movie that much. So y'all complain about nothing, really. Yeah, I really, again, the biggest word I can use for this is respect, because Christopher Nolan respects what he's doing. He respects the craft. He respects the story. This is the anti-blockbuster. When you think about it, man, there's spectacle, there's big production, but filmmaking and story is first.
That is true. And, so lately the keynote of a blockbuster is a bunch of CG special effects. And you watch this and it's like, no, this is all practical. This is putting people through their paces, taking the time to craft it, like you say.
Yeah. Think about if a studio was running this, if this was not a director-driven film. If the studio was running this, or no offense to, I shouldn't probably name names or point out certain directors, but let's just say Michael Bay was doing this or something,
Okay.
That whole Cyclops would have been a long-ass chase action scene.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of this movie would have been pulled back on the story and just would have been about, hey, let's get to the next monster, or let's get to the next disaster scene. So that's not it, man. No, there is just an authenticity that goes into this. You can feel it, but it's not trading out entertainment and excitement for all of that at all.
Right. And it so goes deeper. Like, it's like you can see how like every adaptation, and maybe even the original text, was just meant to be this grand adventure of this hero who fought the war and was trying to get home, and a heroic story. And this plays a little deconstruction where, Odysseus, yes, he fought in the war. He's a veteran of this war, but even he questions how much is he a hero? And we see things that go like, all this is actually pretty bad. And even, by his philosophy by the end, he's a changed person. And it goes deeper than what was originally there, and even bringing slightly our modern sensibilities of how we look at war, as opposed to back in the day when it was seen as something awesome and heroic, and it's more like, man, this is just bad.
Yeah, and the movie actually pulls you in, making you think that certain heroic deeds, you're along with it. Oh wow, these guys are amazing. These guys are heroes, and it flips you. It flips the story on you on that, man. It has you questioning.
Yeah.
A lot of these characters and what they're doing in this film. I like I said, man, you have a rare guy who knows how to come in and really put the emphasis on a story, but also he doesn't have to cheap out on all the other things that entertains people. You know, this is a guy that this I don't even know what to say, man. Intelligent. You know, we're so used to just
dancing around it.
Yeah, man, we're so used to just dumb shit today. I don't know how to put it. It's just smart. We shouldn't even have to like be that amazed by something smart. But damn.
But that, I mean, compared to what we get most of the time.
Yeah, it is just people. God damn, I'm just happy that I have some dumb shit. I just got through watching Moana. You know, this really does. Walk out of Moana and go watch something like this. Boy, you will be refreshed.
You'll have faith in movies again.
You will have faith in mankind again. I am so amazed what Christopher Nolan was able to do with this, because as I said, you know, it really is, if you scrape it back, you can come here and talk about all the egghead intelligence that goes on in this and all the, you know, this is the classical source and he respected the source material and it's a smart film. But really, if you sit back and you don't even look at it for all that, you can still enjoy this as a blockbuster. You can sit up there and munch on that popcorn bucket and be just as you can sit up there with your dumb ass and be just as entertained.
You'll get it.
Yeah, you'll get some of it. You can be just as entertained as a dude who's the smart, college-educated guy who knows all about it and is sitting there enjoying it just as much as you are, probably for two different reasons, but everybody's getting something out of it.
Well, you see, in the original poem...
Shut your ass up. It's a full price for me. I love it. I'm y'all keep talking. I just threw that out.
No. I mean, I'm right there with all the things we said. Just watching it, I always praise a 3-hour movie that's never boring. And he did a good job of making each place they stopped, something where you're like, geez, what now?
I know.
And it's been a while since I read or seen anything with the Odyssey. So some of it was coming back to me as I watched. I do wonder how it's going to play to people who have no experience with it at all.
But that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
That's like me.
Man, he put enough entertainment in there.
I think so.
I mean, this movie's 3 hours. Well, let's just go ahead and round it up. It's 2 hours and 55 minutes. Let's put that 5 minutes on into that. Let's round it up. 3 hours. Because at a certain point, it don't matter. You know what? You have to sit there for 2.5 hours. Long is long. But this movie moves so well because of all the action that is in it. People, this is an action fantasy film.
It is. All right.
And people will be entertained by that.
But the part that's not is the drama, and that's well acted and it's full of tension. Everything is driving everything else.
You know why that works? Right there, because the villains are villains. The villains are people, man. You root for you hate them just as much as you sit up there and hate any other villain in some superhero movie. Because they're not. Let me just say this: there's nothing pretentious about this. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have ain't nothing sitting up here saying that this is college boy entertainment.
Right.
You ain't got to have your degree to go see this. Everything there is basic entertainment that is there. It's just surrounded by all this, again, superb craftsmanship. But it's not sacrificing, the stuff that really matters. And that is, eliciting some kind of human reaction out of this. You hate the villains. The action scenes are so exciting that you're on the edge of your seat. The creatures are cool. And then you know what? Your dumb ass gonna walk out of it and sound smart when you tell people you saw the Odyssey. Meanwhile, you don't understand shit about it. All you know is like, man,
there was a big ass cyclops.
Man, that man with one eye. You don't even know it's called a cyclops. Man, that alien in that cave, boy. Yeah, man. That's what's great about it. Nobody's gonna be. Whether you know the source material or not, everybody's gonna get something out of it.
Oh yeah. And if it was lacking anything that I wanted, I mean, it's fine like it is. It's definitely a full price. I do wish the adventures had just been, some of the stuff had been a little bit weirder, in the vein of a movie like The Green Knight. Just some of that with some of those places they stopped, because it had a similar thing going on. What were you about to say?
Corey, that look. You got that look.
I'm just laughing because you about to turn to that movie that's going to get people out of there. It's going to be too weird for them.
Oh, yeah, probably so. I'm saying me, my personal wish list would have been to have some of it be a kind of weird. But it plays well to anybody new coming into it. It caters to them, but it caters to people who are fans too.
Yeah, and people are right. Like I didn't say the name, but Polyphemus is Polyphemus.
Yeah,
the Cyclops who is the son of Poseidon. Poseidon.
Yeah,
you know, you ain't got to know that.
Yeah,
you know, like if you don't know that he's the son of Poseidon, you don't know his name.
Yeah, you don't have
just
to know
that it's a big ass monster with one eye who eats people.
Yes, and Odysseus, he does something where they say, "I wish you hadn't done that. You really shouldn't have done that."
Well, that's one of the things. Okay, now if I want to sound like an egghead here, okay, that's one of the things that is missing that I did think that would have made the movie even more character driven with Odysseus. Odysseus Matt Damon plays Odysseus more like someone who's battle worn and someone who's tired and someone who's so tired that now they see the error of their ways and just wants to go home. The poem is all about hubris.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
And Odysseus he keeps.
I'll say I wasn't too big on like the Odyssey, like as a whole. Not this movie, but like everybody like months ago would come out and be like, "Oh, I can't wait for it to come out and sell." Everybody buying tickets day one. I'm like, dang, what's all the hype about this movie? I just don't get it, right? And then I saw it and I was like, oh, I get it. I was like, look.
And you didn't know the source material.
No, I didn't. Only thing I knew was the Cyclops. That was it. But everything else, I did not know what the heck was going on. But like you were saying, like there's stuff to still have fun with. You know, you're watching it, you're like, shoot, all of them going to these specific spots is just fun to just watch. Like I looked at it like boss battles. Right.
Okay.
It's like boss fights. So like they're fighting a different boss wherever they go. There's so many scenes that have so much amount of tension in them. Like even like I didn't think he's gonna create horror in this movie. And like the horror section that he has was my favorite part in the whole entire movie.
Which horror section?
The Cyclops. Dealing with the Cyclops. That was completely my favorite part of the movie. And that's like I want to like rewatch that whole entire part again. But with saying all that, I do have one criticism, and it's not really. You guys are probably going to opposite side of it, but I did feel like it had some pacing issues just a little bit because I was starting to feel the runtime, and it was off of the fact that the movie bounces back with the present and the past, and it keeps going back and back and forth. And I was like, okay, this is starting to drag a little bit. Like whenever they would go to the past, I was like, oh my God, again with this. And then like then I would kind of get used to it, but it's the fact that they kept doing it that I was like, okay, it's kind of bothering me. But other than that, I absolutely love this film. One of my favorite movies of the year. I'll probably go to with full price.
Yeah, would you get
full price?
Full price, yeah. If you love movies, this is the one to see, man. And even if you don't, it's still a very entertaining film. And I want an entertaining film this smart to succeed, man. So I would recommend it to everybody out there. And I don't let the running time intimidate you.
No, not at all.
No.
I mean, what else are you going to do for 3 hours that will entertain you that much? Honestly, the only reason I felt the running time was because I had to pee right when it started.
See,
man, you should have got up to pee before.
Yeah, I went.
Did you hold it the whole time?
I did.
Damn.
I did. I was sitting in the middle. It was been too much to get up and go.
Man.
But it was like that. It was like that thing. It was like that thing. Like actually, right when it started, I was fine. But it was like 3 minutes later, I felt that little bit of like deek, and I was like, oh no, Mr. Me.
When I want to get that popcorn, I want to go use the restroom too.
No. Man, okay, you heard it right here. Go use the bathroom.
Yeah. Because I had gone before I got to the theater, so I thought I was fine. But yeah, right when it started, there was a little bit of, and I'm like, no, don't you do this. And I kept thinking, well, there might be a point where I could just get up and have to climb over everybody and go. And I was like, that point never happened. There was always something going on.
That's true. Yeah. You would definitely miss something if you go. Boy, I bet when you pee, you have one of them pees where your eyeballs are peeing too. You ever had to pee so hard that you just kind of cried?
Oh yeah, actually I did. And it was like a fire hose.
Well, would you look at that? You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. So just go ahead and press that like button and subscribe while you're at it. And check out our other channels, our social media like Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon where we have new stuff coming up all the time. And we'll see you on the next video.